Hi, Jack. It is so good to see you today, and I am actually very curious about something we have never discussed before.
Hi, Anna. I am happy to see you too. So, what is this mysterious thing that you are so curious about today?
Well, we always talk about English, but I don't really know much about your typical day when you were working as a teacher.
That is a great timing, Anna, because today's topic is all about jobs and how to describe what we do every single day.
Perfect, because many of our listeners often ask us how to explain their responsibilities at work without sounding like a boring textbook.
Exactly. So, let's start with the most basic question that everyone asks when they meet a new person. What do you do?
That is the classic question, and I usually answer by saying I am a content creator for Mr. English Daily.
That is a very clear answer, Anna. And for me, I usually say I work as an English teacher for international students.
Using I am a or I work as a is the easiest way to start, but what if someone works for a big company?
In that case, you can say I work for, followed by the name of the company, like I work for Google or I work for a bank.
What if I don't have a boss and I work for myself from my own home office?
Then you are lucky, Anna. You can say I am self-employed or I am a freelancer, which means you choose your own projects.
I like the sound of being my own boss, but let's talk about the daily tasks that we actually do at our desks.
Good idea, because once people know your job title, they usually want to know what your main responsibilities are during the day.
For example, I can say I am responsible for writing scripts and recording videos for our amazing English learning community.
And I can say my main task is preparing lessons and helping my students improve their speaking and listening skills.
I notice you use the phrase responsible for, which is a very useful expression for any job description, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And remember that after responsible for, we usually use a verb ending in ing, like responsible for managing or responsible for calling.
That is a great grammar tip, Jack. Now, let's talk about the typical routine of a workday from morning until evening.
A typical day for me starts quite early because I like to check my emails and plan my classes before the students arrive.
My routine is a bit different because I spend most of my morning researching new topics and reading comments from our listeners.
It sounds like we both spend a lot of time in front of our computers, which is very common for many modern jobs today.
True, but do you have many meetings during your week, or do you spend most of your time teaching in the classroom?
I have a few staff meetings every Monday, but most of my day is spent interacting directly with my students and colleagues.
I actually have a lot of online meetings with our editing team to make sure our videos look perfect for our website.
Meetings can be very long sometimes, so I always make sure I have a large cup of coffee nearby to stay focused.
I am the same. And what about breaks? Do you usually have lunch with your coworkers or do you eat alone at your desk?
I prefer to go out for lunch with my colleagues because it is a nice way to relax and talk about things that are not related to work.
That is healthy, because staying at your desk all day can make you feel very tired and bored by the time it is 4 o'clock.
I agree, and in the afternoon, I usually have a short coffee break to get some energy for my final classes of the day.
I usually finish my work around 6 p.m., but sometimes I stay a bit later if I am in the middle of a creative project.
It is important to have a balance, so I try to leave the office at 5 p.m. to make sure I have time for my hobbies.
Let's move on to the work environment, because these days, many people don't even go to a traditional office anymore.
You are right. Many of my friends have remote jobs, which means they can work from a cafe, a library, or even their own sofa.
That sounds very flexible, but I think I would miss the social part of seeing my coworkers every morning in person.
Some people have a hybrid schedule where they work 2 days at the office and 3 days from their home.
That seems like the best of both worlds because you get the social interaction but also the comfort of your own home.
What about the atmosphere in your workplace, Anna? Is it very formal where everyone wears a suit and a tie?
Oh no, Jack. Our office is very informal and relaxed, so I usually just wear jeans and a comfortable t-shirt to work.
That is lucky, because I have to wear a shirt and nice trousers for my teaching job, although I don't have to wear a tie.
I think the world is becoming more informal, which makes people feel more comfortable and creative while they are working.
I agree, but there are still some words we need to know for any environment, like deadline and workload.
Deadline is a scary word. It means the time when you must finish a task, like the deadline for this video is Friday.
And workload refers to the amount of work you have to do, so you can say, I have a very heavy workload this month.
I hope your workload isn't too heavy right now, Jack, because we still have a lot of English to talk about today.
Don't worry, Anna, I always have time for our podcast. Now, let's talk about a very important topic, job satisfaction.
This is about whether we actually like what we do, and for me, the answer is a very big yes.
That is great to hear. What is the thing you enjoy most about your job at Mr. English Daily?
I love the creative part of choosing new topics and the feeling of helping people from all over the world learn a new language.
That is very rewarding, and for me, the best part is seeing the aha moment when a student finally understands a difficult rule.
But there must be something you enjoy least about your job, right? Maybe grading all those exam papers?
You guessed it, Anna. Grading papers can be very repetitive and it takes a lot of time and concentration in the evenings.
For me, the most difficult part is the technical side of things, like when the internet is slow or the camera has a problem.
We all have parts of our jobs that are a bit annoying, but as long as we like the main tasks, it is usually okay.
Sometimes people feel like they want to change, so they might say, I am looking for a new challenge or I want to change careers.
That is very common today, as many people want to find a job that offers a better salary or a shorter commute to the office.
Commute is a great word. It means the journey you make from your home to your workplace every morning and evening.
My commute is only 20 minutes by bike, so I am very happy that I don't have to spend hours sitting on a crowded bus.
My commute is just a 10-second walk from my bed to my desk, so I think I am the winner in this category, Jack.
You definitely are. Now, let's look back at our history and talk about our past work experiences and previous jobs.
Before I started here, I used to work as a receptionist at a busy hotel in the center of the city.
That must have been a great place to practice your communication skills and meet people from many different countries.
It was! I learned how to stay calm when guests were angry and how to solve problems very quickly under pressure.
Those are transferable skills, which means you can use them in almost any other job you choose in the future.
What about you, Jack? Did you always know that you wanted to be an English teacher when you were younger?
Actually, my first job was working as a waiter in a small Italian restaurant while I was studying at the university.
Being a waiter is hard work, but I bet you learned a lot about teamwork and how to work fast during the dinner rush.
Absolutely, and it made me appreciate how much effort goes into providing good service to customers every single day.
It is interesting how our old jobs help us become better at our current jobs, even if the tasks are completely different.
It is like a staircase, where every job is a step that helps us move higher and learn more about our professional selves.
Speaking of moving higher, let's talk about the future. What are your career goals for the next 5 years, Jack?
I would love to write my own book about English grammar and maybe start a training program for new teachers.
That sounds like a wonderful goal, and I am sure you would be an amazing mentor for people starting their careers.
Thank you, Anna. And what about you? Do you have a dream job that you are still hoping to achieve one day?
Honestly, I think I am doing my dream job right now, but in the future, I want to travel and record lessons in different countries.
That would be so exciting for our listeners to see you teaching English from the streets of London or the beaches of Australia.
That is the plan! But to get there, I need to keep improving my skills in video editing and public speaking every week.
We are always learning, and that is what makes life and work so interesting and full of new possibilities for everyone.
Now, before we finish, we should give our listeners some tips on how to ask other people about their jobs in a polite way.
Good point, because in many cultures, it is the most common way to start a conversation with someone you have just met.
Besides what do you do, you can ask how long have you worked there to find out about their experience in the field.
Or you can ask, what do you like most about your work, which is a very positive and friendly way to keep the conversation going.
If they seem very busy, you can ask, is it a busy time for you at work right now, which shows that you are a thoughtful person.
These questions are much better than just asking how much money do you make, which can be very rude in many English-speaking countries.
Oh yes, definitely avoid asking about salary unless you are very close friends with the person you are talking to.
Stick to asking about their daily tasks, their team, and their goals, and you will always have a great and natural conversation.
I feel like we have covered every corner of the workplace today, from job titles to dream careers and even polite conversation tips.
It was a very complete lesson, and I hope our listeners now feel more confident when they have to talk about their work in English.
I am sure they do. And remember, you don't need to use big words, just be clear and share your own personal experience.
Exactly, and if you make a small mistake, don't worry. The most important thing is that people understand what you do.
Well, Jack, I think it is time for us to get back to our actual work now, as I have a deadline for our next video script.
And I have a pile of lesson plans that are waiting for me on my desk, so I should probably go and start my main tasks.
Thank you for this great talk, Jack. It was very helpful for me too, even though we work together every day.
My pleasure, Anna. It is always fun to share our stories and help our community at Mr. English Daily grow their skills.
To everyone listening, thank you for joining us today, and we hope you have a very productive and happy day at your own job.
Don't forget to check our website at mrenglishdaily.com for the full transcript and a list of all the job vocabulary we used today.
Please leave a comment and tell us, what do you do, and what do you like most about your job? We love reading your stories.
Share this video with your friends who are learning English, and give us a thumbs up if you found these phrases useful for your career.
We will see you in the next episode, where we will explore another interesting topic from our daily lives in English.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep practicing and stay curious about the world of work and language.
Bye-bye. See you next time.
See you later.
Jack, are you going to have that coffee now or are you going straight to your lesson planning?
I think I will have the coffee first, Anna, because my brain needs some fuel before I start thinking about grammar rules.
Smart choice. I am going to have a quick stretch before I start typing my next script on my computer.
Enjoy your stretch. And don't forget to drink some water too, as we talked about in the last episode.
I have my bottle right here. Efficiency is my middle name today, Jack.
I can see that. You are becoming a master of your daily routine and your workload.
I am trying. Okay, I am really going now.
Me too.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, did I mention that the transcript is free for everyone?
Yes, you did, but it is always good to remind them one more time.
Okay, MrEnglishDaily.com, everyone. Go there now.
All right, Anna, let's go.
Going.
Still here?
Now I am gone.
Take care.
You too.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.